So this is exactly how Rebus was on the very first day that I met her. Completely honest, bold, in your face, never met a stranger. We're gonna take care of you, but you have to want to be healed. I mean, we can go through this whole process and you'll be healed, but if you turn around and do the same stuff that you're doing, you're gonna be right back here, and then it's gonna be on, and you're not gonna like it.
And what did you say? I don't know you. And what did she say back to you? And what did she say back to you?
She was
I don't know you.
Yeah, but we're gonna make it work. And she will put that disclaimer out there, and I might not take you back. I might not even see you anymore. And the one thing that this woman told me that I was in such denial about, I am sitting on a colonics table, nothing coming out, not even the water that was going in. So she stopped and she said, "What you got all bogged up in you?" I was like, "Nothing." "You lying." I said, no, not me. I'm perfect. I've got nothing bogged up, nothing. She said, "Who you mad at?" "No, me, nobody. I'm perfect. I'm a Christian. I'm not mad at anybody." She said, "You lying. You mad. You holding resentment. You holding grudges. No, this has never happened. I'm gonna put you back in this room and you're gonna figure it out. And then once you figure it out, who you're mad at, who you're holding resentment against, who you are choosing not to forgive." And she said, basically, you're drinking poison every day and expecting other people to get sick from it. I'm thinking to myself, this woman is reading me. I can't do anything, couldn't move, couldn't really see. And I said, all right, I might be mad at a few people. I might be holding on to some grudges. I might be asking God to, "Oh God, I hope they get hit by a car." Yeah, I might be saying little stuff like that. Went back into that room. I sat there for half the day, and then I said, why am I holding on to this stuff? I'm just holding on to bitterness, anger. Let me forgive, and let me forgive myself. And that's one of the most important things you told me. You got to forgive yourself before you can forgive others. Once I chose, and you have to choose, emotions are a choice. I chose to forgive myself and forgive others. And it's been, what, 8 years? No symptoms, no anything. I've met plenty of people that have all types of insurance, specialty insurance, paying people all types of money. And I'm like, all you gotta do is forgive, give yourself 30 days. I mean, I know we were there for 30 days, but I think like on the 17th day, we were completely healed. I was walking, I was running. We were walking, what, about 3 or 4 miles?
We ended up at 5 miles a day.
Yeah, I could barely.
No, you was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I couldn't do anything, and I couldn't see, and
Yeah.
I couldn't do anything on my own. Other people, strangers, were giving me showers and baths in their house, but the universe, God, the spirits, the ancestors, every great thing beyond our seeing, that capacity called love. I experienced something that I will carry and take with me for the rest of my life. Let me tell you, anytime someone comes and they say, "Oh, you gotta help me, I wanna do such and such," I said, before we even get into that, I always go back to what my healing sister told me. Do you want to be healed? What? Listen, I'm not the first person to ask you this. She's not the first person to ask you this. "Oh, I don't believe in the holistic stuff." If you believe in the Bible, Jesus asked that man at the pool,
He kept asking,
"Do you want to be healed?"
Yes.
Do you want to be healed? You either want to be healed or you don't. It's as simple as that. Nobody wants to hear your excuses. Nobody wants to hear this. You have to take the time to invest in yourself. I'm not working. I don't have a job. How poor was I when I was there? Oh my God.
Yeah.
No job, no money, house in foreclosure, credit was -0. The universe, God, up here and up here, you will attract the things that you need to make this a successful detox. The first thing that you do is you say, yes, I want to be healed, and all at the same time, forgive yourself and forgive others. It's no such thing as, I'm being punished, I did this and that. If you're being punished by a higher being, it's nothing that none of us can do. Because if a higher being put something on you, It's nothing that anybody can do. But that is not this world. We operate on love. His greatest thing says that we are here to serve one another.
Right.
This woman, she's a servant. She's a servant of servants. This woman took me into her house, and we now have a connection and a bond that is beyond anything. Reeves could be on Mars, and she said, Julie, I need you to bring me some such and such. I'm gonna figure out how to get to Mars. I'm gonna sit there, I'm gonna get in tune with everything, and I'm gonna figure out how to make it happen.
All right.
But you have to, if you don't have it here and here, it doesn't matter how much money you have, how much power you have, who you know, it's what's here and what's here, and what you choose to accept for yourself. I have been multiple sclerosis free. The energy was so high. We connected and created such an energy of love that when I walked back into the MS clinic, and the only reason I went back to the MS clinic was to go and get records to show people that you told me that if my husband pushed me out of this wheelchair and left you guys, that I would be dead. You told me and my husband that I needed to go to an institution. You told me that if we don't stay there and accept the experimental drugs, all of this stuff, I'm gonna just be lethargic. I'm gonna have very low quality of life, and I will be begging to go into the institution you wanted to put me in. That 30 days that we spent together, we spent a little more than 30 days together. We spent New Year's Eve day and my birthday all together 8 years ago, the end of 2013 going into 2014. That detox that we did was so powerful that the doctors on the inside of the clinic that were looking at my spinal tap fluid, and you said something, you said the spine is where all the life is.
Yes.
That's where all the energy is.
Yes.
I didn't know that until you just said that. But listen to this. When I walked in there, they were already looking at my spinal tap fluid. When I walked into the building and I got closer to the room where the spinal tap fluid was, it started reversing itself in front of them. So before I got there, the spinal tap fluid showed disease, paralyzed, everything. When I got there and started walking to them, it started reversing itself.
Wow.
There is nothing that you can tell me about what is not possible with the power of believing and the power of love. We were strangers, but you loved me enough to bring me into your home. No money. I couldn't promise you anything because I didn't know what I had to promise you. You took me into your home and you did this, and you taught me how to forgive, how to love, how to have a peaceful harmony life. And I didn't eat. And the only thing we were drinking were juices that we were making. It for a minute there, I said, I can't really see what's going on, but I swear y'all are giving me mud outside. But it was effective. But let me tell you,
we gotta wrap it up here soon.
How powerful is that you can go, that I can go into a doctor's office, and because my aura and my energy is near my spinal tap fluid, that it reverses itself. By the time they figured out what was going on, it was 3 hours later, because my husband and I, we're getting ready to leave. If they don't come and see us, they were like, wait a minute, have her come closer. As I started walking up and down that hallway, it was almost as if the spinal tap fluid was standing up and clapping for me. When I left and took my energy and my aura with me, it went back to disease and sickness. So it's up to us to decide how we want to choose to accept what's going on. I listen to different pastors, and one pastor will say, the doctor may have given you a report. That report is true, but it doesn't have to be your truth. The report said multiple sclerosis. The spinal tap fluid said paralyzed. The MRI said lesions on here and here, all lit up. That was the truth, but I didn't have to accept that as being my truth, because there's a higher being that has created me, and he says that I am love. it's a whole nother universe out there that we can't even see. That's how high up that
Yes.
hemisphere is on
Yes.
love. But we can
Love.
do our part right now, and that's what you did for me, and I love you forever, sister. Yeah, I love you forever.
All right.